Leela, good morning and welcome to Marlow FM.
Welcome.
Good morning and thank you so much for having me today. I am so honored to be here today. Thank you.
And it's a lovely accent as well too. Where is that from?
So I am French. I'm sure a lot of people have guessed that
Bonjour,
by now.
yeah.
Bonjour. And I was actually born in India, but I was adopted and I was raised in France.
Oh, I bet you've got a story and a half.
I do.
Wow. But we're here for a specific item this morning, aren't you?
We are, indeed.
You're just going to have to come back already. Before we even hear the rest of it, you're going to already have to come back. So, Leela, tell us all about it, because you've got this great mouthful of a title.
Oh,
shall I
do
go?
I?
So you are the founder and the CEO of Above and Beyond Resilience Limited.
Wow.
Like that is a mouthful, seriously. So what is Above and Beyond?
Above and Beyond is the business that I have founded back in 2017 after I returned from an Arctic expedition with some 12 other women, actually. 11, it was 12 of us, so another 11 women.
Can I just ask you why?
Yes, why did you go to the Arctic?
What would you do a thing like that for?
I don't know, actually, if you ask me. No, the reason behind it was mainly the fact that we were selected as part of a gender diversity and inclusion. And very, very long story. We were 89 of us that applied. And after a series of interviews, we got to go to the Arctic. Now, we did a lot of training out there, even in freezers and all of that sort of things.
How long did the training take?
The training, we were there, we did training every day, morning and night, at dusk and dawn, you name it. And the training altogether took about 6 to 7 months. So it was really about training as a team.
And did you say you did that in freezers?
We did, yes.
Oh,
we went to
days.
Tesco, Sainsbury's, you name it, we were in there. But the idea was to get accustomed to the cold.
You don't hear that every day, do you?
Not every day.
We are very grateful to Tesco's and Sainsbury's
We are very grateful.
for their freezers.
It's the last thing I'd want to do. In even my stretch of imagination,
No.
go anywhere near a freezer. You must be kidding. I hate the cold.
But it strengthened your resilience, did it, to the cold?
It certainly did. Do you know that I actually really dislike the cold very much?
I'm with you on that bit.
You still dislike the cold?
Very much so, even
Okay.
worse than before. And the other thing, would you believe that we were trained to get there for minus 20 degrees, but when we got there, we got down to minus 40 degrees.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yes, it was very
Like, that's
cold.
not even a temperature, for goodness sake.
That would make my eyes freeze.
Yes, a lot of people had their eyelashes that freeze it.
They do, don't
Yes, they did, yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. And the attraction for this is why?
Why? So it was mainly to help people to think about, to challenge people, I should say, about diversity and inclusion. So being a lot more inclusive in the workplace, accept people the way they are, no matter who they are.
So what did you get wrong that you got punished in such a way? Why were you naughty and not being diverse enough?
Something like that. I actually chose to get on that trip, and I will never look back now, because it took me on such a diverse journey. I left the corporate world and I opened my own business, and I am a keynote speaker as well as a coach now, and absolutely love what I do.
Well, yes, welcome to your world now. So, you've left the corporate world, you've come into this, and so where would you be speaking? Where's your target areas?
So my target area are all around. Actually, I speak French and Italian. I'm married.
Of course you do.
I'm married.
Oh, hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Jeff.
Brava.
There we go.
Sono contento.
Oh, bene, bene.
Okay.
Oh, for goodness sake. It's gone off.
But just to explain to the listeners that if they
No, I'm
don't
not
know,
telling them anything
that
about
I do speak the lingo.
He's
I do speak
fluent,
Italian.
as he was brought up in Italy from he was 8 months old. You see, I've many times I heard this story, and lived a lot of your life in Venice.
Oh, wow. I was just going to ask, what about in Venice? Beautiful place.
Venezia Trieste.
Oh, che bello.
So
Cabello, I can manage that.
how lovely. How lovely, says he, translating
Oh, thank you.
at the speed of light.
So thanks to those languages, I've been able to deliver mainly on stage to different audiences in French, in Italian. And I went to speak to Milan. I spoke in Paris. I spoke to diverse different
I
places.
tell you what, we're very honoured. We're having you here in Marlow then.
Thank you.
Mind you, it's right up there with Venice and Milan.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually love Marlow. Marlow is a very, very special place for me because this is the first place that I got to when I arrived in England. After
Good
graduating,
choice as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
After graduating, I came here and I lived just over the bridge with a family.
All
so
right.
I absolutely love Marlow. So it's such an honor to be here.
Oh, I think we're equally honoured as well too. And so what?
It's a
And
shame
you've
we
got a
didn't-
book launch today as well.
I do,
is.
yes. So today, big book launch on my book that is called Beyond the Ice.
Beyond the Ice.
And
Well, that's intriguing.
yes,
That is an
Now,
one.
Jeff, you're a critic of covers. Go on,
That's one
give
intriguing
us your critique
title.
live on air.
Right, what you're doing? There are people pulling a sledge.
absolutely.
Pulling a sled. There's three people in this shot, right, in the
Mm-hmm.
lower half of the cover, but you are looking beyond them to the horizon,
Oh right.
Yes.
and that's where they're aiming for. And you're thinking, that is resilience.
What's the thingy on the back of it? What, there's a
The thingy on
usually-
the back?
thing, usually a recommendation or something on the back, isn't there?
Well, it says it's blending personal storytelling and leadership insight. I mean, why doesn't it? It should. And if you've got a cover like this, you're going to say, I want to be alongside you, not in the cold, but I want to be alongside you while you're telling me the story.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
I
There we
know.
are.
Record that later. And so you're doing your book launch today. Where's your book launch happening?
So actually, it's the online book launch today.
Online today.
Online today, and very excited because I hardly I hardly slept last night at all. I was up until midnight trying to put everything on social media, give the link to everyone for this book launch to happen because I'm really hoping to get the bestseller.
Yeah, of course.
And everyone has been texting and posting and reposting and so on. And I'm very excited. So it is available on Amazon, Beyond the Ice, Leela Bassi. It is also available on my website, which will still take you to Amazon. The website is leelabassi.com.
Yes.
And very, very excited.
And let's just get that spelling as well too. If anybody wants to check that out, it's LeelaBassi.
That's right. Thank you, Mary.
Lovely.
I tell you what, I'm looking at the cover now. It says Beyond the Ice, but there are some words beneath it. It says finding, belonging, and leading with purpose. Now, the word I like in that is belonging,
Yes.
because you belong within a group of like-minded people, but each of whom has something to offer, and you build on that, don't you?
I really do, and it's a very good comment to make because I'm very much of a human being. I love being around people. I love being able to get into a room and feel that people actually can come as they are without being looked at or looked upon. And that-
Prejudged.
absolutely. And that feeling of belonging is so important in days like today. It's always been.
They must come away feeling valued.
Absolutely. And that's what I talk a lot in my book is about the value, the purpose of being here on earth and how we can actually lead with that belonging in mind, with that inclusion in mind.
Yes, that is brilliant because like in the world of business networking as well too, I've seen a lot of ladies. I run a business ladies networking group, and one of the ladies, she wrote a beautiful article because of her experience, of her first time experience, which was a real learning curve as well too, but one I was proud of because she just said the hardest thing was crossing the room.
Yes.
And that, for people to make that first step, that is the hardest step to make.
Yes, it really
But
is.
when you get there, to feel as if you're included from the very start, you're involved, you're welcomed.
Yes.
And I think that's a fantastic achievement for anybody to do for anything.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I talk a lot about in my book how much I was excluded because of my skin color while I was in France, but also in the corporates, harassed and bullied because of that. And the fact that I opened my own business and decided to help other people to look beyond that, beyond the eyes. What is there beyond the eyes? And this is who you truly are. And it's really trying to find that purpose within yourself to get out there and make it happen whenever you want. And if I manage that, I think anyone can manage that.
I think it's like if you can stand firmly on the ice, you can stand firmly anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah, I can definitely get that. What did you think? What did you find about yourself beyond the ice?
It's an interesting question. I heard the words of my father when he was a very, very strict man, and I described him in the third chapter of my book. Very, very strict, and it was very hard to grow up in a household with him. But he has taught me a lot, and this is who I am today. But while I was out there in the mountain, I heard him saying, "You will never be able to reach that finish line." The finish line was to get through to the Arctic Circle, to do 100 kilometers across Baffin Island, pulling those 50-kilo sled with that group of women that I am so bonded with now for the last 10 years and more. And he told me, "You will never be able to get out there. You are nothing at all, nothing at all." And this is what really got me to push harder, to catch my frostbite on my fingers, but to keep pushing, to keep being determined, because I wanted to prove him, and especially to prove myself and be a role model for my children and for all of those people out there who need a little bit of a push. This is what you need to do, something to believe in yourself, and you can just get out there and make it happen.
I think that's absolutely fantastic.
When you've been speaking, people suddenly a light goes on, and I would imagine there's a lot of emotion involved listening to you speak, and there must be, I would suggest, even tears of realization that they do have a value and they could achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of many speeches, I've had, and I'm not here to put myself out there, not like that anyway. Many people who came and talked to me privately and saying how much that speech or a particular speech actually spoke to them, and opening their heart out, and also being able to be so vulnerable that is not. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay just to be who you are in a room full of people. It's okay not to feel that anyone is less.
It's okay to announce your vulnerability and recognize it,
Yes.
and then accept whatever's needed to build on it, to
Yes.
improve, to establish a stronger you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, that's very much in that same thinking as well too. And I've even told my grandchildren as well, it's okay to get it wrong,
Yeah, absolutely.
because that's when you learn. Getting things right all the time, you learn nothing.
Yeah.
You've just been lucky in many cases. But to get things wrong, that's where the real learning curve is, isn't it?
Yes.
So, like, you've had that experience and some, haven't you?
Yes, I have, but I'm grateful for it, because I wouldn't be here today talking about it,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be, hopefully, that role model for other people out there. I want to make those mistakes, hopefully not too many times, but I learn from them, and if I don't learn the first time, then hopefully I learn the second time and the third time.
Yes, of course. Well, if you're still getting it wrong the third time, you really want to look at yourself.
Yes, you do, don't you? You do. But I think for me, the most important is to tell all of our listeners out there that it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to make mistakes, because we don't grow old enough to make them all ourselves. So we only need to learn from one another as well.
That's absolutely right. Let's have a musical break here, and this is a lovely song, lovely timing as well too. Lovely song, this one, from the Pretenders. Is that the one you're looking at?
It is. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong.
Love it.
along. It might just be fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, that was such a song for
Do you know,
that really was.
that is a favourite of mine, that song. When I
Is it
first heard
indeed?
it, I thought, that's a bouncy song. And then it was on the other day on the radio, and I said to, what's her name? Oh, I went to say to my wife, the current...
Sorry, Joyce.
The current Mrs. Marley. No, she's officiating at a bowls match
Oh,
now,
you're
so
safe
she's not
then.
hearing me. That I'm going to write that down. Remember, The Pretenders, don't get me wrong. She's right. When we got home, what did I ask her? What's that song? Oh, I've forgotten.
Oh, she's quite.
Fortunately, I remembered
She's
it.
like me then. She doesn't
It's a
listen to
bouncy
you.
song, and it fitted in well with our conversation.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Well, it certainly did. Can I just tell you, dear listeners, that while that music was playing, these two here have got tongues like Italian handbells, and they went and whatever. Italian. All I could hear was Italian.
That's
Italian,
Chinese.
Italian.
What do you do?
I can speak Chinese, all right?
Yes, I know. I'm Japanese.
And
No. Look,
Just in case that's
we were
swearing.
we were both
I apologise.
imagining ourselves in a little coffee bar, I don't know, somewhere Via Condotti or somewhere in Rome. Via Condotti in Rome, and we
Condotti.
were chatting away.
And you were
Absolutely.
round the back of the sort of in Venice, in where do you call it?
Was it Piazza San Marco?
In St. Martin Square. I
San
can work
Piazza
out.
San Marco?
Around the back of the Basilica.
Basilica San Marco,
Basilica,
yes.
Basilica.
And,
For goodness sake.
Impressive,
In-
Mary.
in-
Oh, no, I can do this.
I know.
And
Where else?
une café.
Un caffè, un
Uh-huh.
caffè, yes. Florian's in Piazza San Marco.
Yes.
Very
Expensive.
Very expensive. Oh, it cost a lot of money to have a coffee.
Now we're going to have the Italian English thing. You got to do your bit.
When I was younger, when I was younger, I had an accent. I spoke like this, but I round it out.
He sounds like the policeman on Low Alone. I was pissing past the lump post.
We're having a lovely time.
Oh, I'm loving this.
I think going back to your work, I think
Oh,
in
look.
fact
Oh, we were having fun there now.
the inspiration. We can go back to it.
No,
if you
no,
like.
you do your job.
We can find ourselves. We can both find ourselves in Toscana, in a little place in the mountains, where it is where they build the houses on the hillside.
At the hillside.
On the hillside. No, going back to your work, I have helped people be better speakers. Okay, particularly for radio, TV.
Don't know why.
For radio, TV, and it is interesting how they come out of their shells when they realise their potential, and that's where you come in, because you can say to people, don't you? You have the potential. You've just got to recognise that it's there and has always been there,
Yes.
and it just needs the word encouragement.
It's speaking in public. It's the great. You know, out of all the fears, it's the greatest fear. Dying's about third. The greatest fear is speaking in public.
Yeah. Do you know, it's very interesting because, and you're going to laugh at this, and I'm making this, worldwide here. When I wanted to actually become a public speaker, a keynote speaker, would you believe that I had never really properly spoken in public?
Right.
I was
That was
actually
brave then.
in front of a team of people, and I was shaking. I couldn't look at them. I had my paper in my hand. I was reading my notes. It was absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
And so I thought, Leela, you're going to go to the Arctic. What do you want to do when you come back? In fact, it was one of the questions that I was asked by a colleague when I came back. And I thought, what do you mean? The company paid for this. We've been out there, and I really want just to stay here and carry on being this account manager. And she said, it would be interesting to see what all 12 of you, would be in a year time. And indeed, 2 years down the line, I had left. I had started my own business. I had done everything about public speaking, degrees and so on, learning to go on speak in front of people, free of charge, obviously, when I first started. in London and so on. And I will never look back. That is one of the best things that I have ever done in my life. And I absolutely love it. I feel that connection with those people who are there. And obviously when COVID hit, that was a bit of a disaster because I thought, what am I going to do? You know, I need to have that human touch, that feeling. But it turned out that I started those, what I call the sessions, so training online, all around diversity and inclusion. And everything just carried on from there. And that's still what I do now. So I've got some work in front of my audiences, but I also have some work online as well. And I absolutely love it. Love doing those workshops.
Yes, I think it's amazing. One thing I do want to know is your definition of first diversity and second inclusion. What does diversity mean to you?
So to me, I could actually quote what Werner Meyer said. Diversity is being invited to the party, but inclusion is being asked to dance, right? So when you are actually in a room full of people, you know, you are invited to that party, but are you actually being asked to dance?
Are you dancing?
Absolutely. So are you being asked for that project, or have you just been hired just for the sake of being hired, just to have that box ticking? And LinkedIn went a little bit further by saying, and belonging is dancing as if no one is watching.
Yes.
And this is exactly what I want to create in my work, is about having people around us feeling the way that they want to feel and not being excluded in any way whatsoever.
And even surprising themselves along the way.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
I love that word, inclusion. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's very well put as well too. No wonder you're obviously being very successful at the moment as well too. What a great trainer you obviously are. Because it's such a magic pill to take when you see that person who's shy, retiring, not able to come out to the front, suddenly bloom and blossom that much that they come forward by something you've said, by that confidence you've given them, that they come out and then they can do this for themselves. Isn't that the best reward?
It really is. It really is. And I also think it's deep down, I just find it so much easier to tell people how to do it rather than to doing myself.
Yes, yeah.
Isn't it always the same thing? I don't know about you.
Yeah. Listen to what I say, not what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's just so hard just to try to go and find that purpose. But it's all about taking that little step, just like being on the radio today. It's every time. It's a new thing, and we have just to step outside of our comfort zone to discover who we truly are.
And what do you think that you're going to get from today? Because this is your first time on radio.
It is. It certainly is. Yes. Well, I just really want just my listeners just to know more about themselves, about what they are able to do out there for themselves.
Good. And so we are heading towards the news as well too. So we've got a couple of minutes. What would your advice be to anybody? Like we want you as well too. Before that, tell us how as well they can tune into your online launch today. That first, because we want to make sure we're not clashing with the news on that.
Sure. So if anyone can go on to www.leelabassi.com, or they can just go onto Amazon and go on the Google on Amazon Beyond the Ice, Leela Bassi, and they will find the book. And I also have a journal out there as well for self-reflection if they want it. But the book is really being launched today. So if anyone wants to find out more, please go out there and get it and enjoy the read especially. Thank you so much.
What I'll do, darling, is I'll put that information as well on our Facebook page after the programme later on today.
Brilliant.
With your picture and direct people to the right place.
Lovely. Thank you so much for having me today.
You are so welcome.
Well, we've enjoyed it. It's been nice to be able to contribute. I have had lots of fun. It's nice to be able to contribute to the work you do by simply commenting. Not commenting with amazement, but commenting with the confidence that there are people like you out there, but essentially there's you out there. And that's
yes, Ray, you're going to have us all filling up.
No, but that's what people need. a single inspiration.
We do need an inspiration. So what would your message be now your message out there to the listener for their bit of inspiration? Give us one bit of a real one-liner.
Be strong, believe in yourself, get out there, and you can do it.
Absolutely. Boom, boom.
There we are.
That got me goosebumps up.
I'm now going to cartwheel in the car park. I'm so full of confidence.
And it's shining straight out of you, Jeffrey.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see you again in just a few moments. Let's have one of our other programmes before we go to the news.